Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been told that pumpkin seeds are one of the healthiest snacks you can eat? Rich in magnesium, zinc, and antioxidants? It sounds like the perfect food, right? But here's the truth that no one is telling you. When eaten the wrong way or combined with certain habits, pumpkin seeds can quietly trigger irreversible changes in your body. Especially if you're over 60, your metabolism, hormones, and digestion no longer respond the way they did decades ago. What once gave you strength might now be silently working against you. In the next few minutes, I'm going to uncover the 8 most common mistakes people make with pumpkin seeds. Mistakes that can interfere with your hormones, inflame your gut, and even weaken your immune system. And yes, one of these mistakes is so common that it's found in nearly every packaged healthy snack sold in U.S. stores. If you've noticed bloating, joint stiffness, unexplained fatigue, or even sleep disturbances after eating superfoods like pumpkin seeds, it's not in your head. It's your body warning you. Because the same compounds that help your body heal can also, when handled wrong, start a chain reaction that your body can't reverse easily. So, before you grab that next handful of pumpkin seeds, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will not only know what those 8 mistakes are, but also how to fix them before they cost you your health. If you're serious about protecting your body and aging strong, hit that subscribe button, because this might just be the most important food lesson you learn this year. Most people believe that eating pumpkin seeds straight from the bag is the best way to get all their nutrients. But what if I told you that those raw seeds might sexually be stealing nutrients from your body instead of giving them? This is one of the most overlooked mistakes that silently sabotages your health, especially if you're over 60 and trying to support your heart, bones, and immune system naturally. You see, raw pumpkin seeds are coated with compounds called phytates, or phytic acid. They're what we call anti-nutrients, molecules that bind tightly to minerals like zinc, magnesium, calcium, and iron, preventing them from being absorbed in your digestive tract. So you might think you're boosting your mineral intake, but what's really happening is a slow depletion. Over time, this can lead to symptoms like muscle weakness, brittle nails, poor wound healing, or even that frustrating tired but can't sleep pattern so many older adults face. Now, here's where it gets deeper. As we age, our stomach acid naturally declines, and stomach acid is crucial for breaking down phytates. So for people in their 50 seconds, 60 seconds, or beyond, eating raw pumpkin seeds without soaking them first becomes a double hit. Fewer minerals coming in and weaker digestion to extract what's left. It's like trying to refuel your car with a clogged hose. The tank never really fills, but there's more. The same phytic acid that binds minerals also blocks digestive enzymes, especially amylase and trypsin 2, that help break down carbohydrates and proteins. That's why many people notice bloating, heaviness, or even heartburn after eating a healthy handful of seeds. A body's natural repair mechanism starts slowing down because the enzymes it needs are being locked away by the very food meant to nourish it. So what's the solution? Soaking. Just as ancient cultures instinctively did with grains and legumes, soaking pumpkin seeds for 8 to 10 hours in warm, slightly salted water neutralizes most of these enzyme inhibitors. Then drying or lightly roasting them at low heat, not high, makes the nutrients available, the texture enjoyable, and the digestion effortless. This one small ritual can completely transform how your body utilizes pumpkin seeds, turning them from a nutrient thief into a nutrient powerhouse. But here's the real warning. Many people try to fix this by roasting the seeds at high temperatures, thinking heat kills phytic acid faster. It doesn't. Instead, it triggers a new chain reaction that damages the healthy fats and antioxidants inside the seed, creating something far worse than phytic acid, a hidden source of inflammation that can age your body from within. And that leads us straight into mistake second, which might be the single most common way healthy eaters unknowingly turn their superfood into a source of silent inflammation. If you've ever roasted pumpkin seeds until they turn golden and crunchy, thinking you're making them tastier, more digestible, you're not alone. But here's the truth that most people never realize until it's too late. That nutty aroma you love might actually be the smell of their nutrients dying. You see, pumpkin seeds are loaded with healthy fats, especially polyunsaturated fatty acids, the same fats that protect your heart, reduce inflammation, and keep your brain sharp. The problem is that these fats are extremely sensitive to heat. When you roast your seeds at high temperatures, anything above 170 C, 340 F, you start to oxidize these fats. In simpler terms, they begin to burn, releasing compounds called lipid peroxides, which are unstable molecules that attack your cells like rust eating through metal. This oxidative stress can silently damage your liver, joints, and arteries. Over time, it contributes to what scientists call inflammaging chronic low-grade inflammation that accelerates the aging process. So while you think you're snacking on something that supports your heart, you could actually be feeding the very inflammation that weakens it. But it doesn't stop there. The same heat that destroys those delicate oils also breaks down vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants your body uses to protect cell membranes. Without vitamin E, your immune cells weaken, your skin loses elasticity, and your energy crashes more often. That's why some people notice that roasted or commercial seeds leave them feeling heavy, bloated, or tired afterward. The body is literally fighting the byproducts of oxidation. Now, imagine doing this day after day, year after year. Even small amounts of these oxidized fats add up, like micro scratches on your arteries or brain tissue. And once this damage builds, it's nearly impossible to reverse completely. So, what should you do instead? Go low and slow. Lightly roast your soaked seeds at no more than 250 F, 120 C for about 15 to 20 minutes. Just enough to make them crisp but not scorched. Or better yet, air dry them under gentle warmth. That way the healthy fats, zinc, and vitamin E stay intact, and you actually get the healing benefits pumpkin seeds are known for. But there's another trap many people fall into right after fixing this one. They think, well, if I'm roasting them correctly, I can eat as much as I want. And that's where the next mistake begins. A slow daily overload that silently shifts your body's fatty acid balance, creating inflammation from the inside out. So, before you make pumpkin seeds your everyday snack, let's uncover mistake third, and it's one of the most deceptive of all. The hidden imbalance that can quietly inflame your system. Even when everything else looks healthy on the surface, when something is healthy, our instinct is simple. More must be better. But that mindset is exactly what turns even the best foods into silent saboteurs. And pumpkin seeds are a prime example. On paper, pumpkin seeds look perfect, rich in zinc, magnesium, healthy fats, and plant-based protein. But here's the catch. They're also extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, and that's where the problem begins. Omega-6s are essential, yes, but only when balanced with enough omega-3s. When that ratio tips too far in favor of omega-6, it ignites a biochemical fire in your body called chronic inflammation. Now, in your younger years, your body could buffer this imbalance easily, but after 60, the natural antioxidants sigh. Stems slow down. The liver clears damaged fats more slowly and your cells become less resilient. So, eating pumpkin seeds every single day, especially without foods rich in omega-3s like salmon, flaxseed, or walnuts, can slowly push your body toward that inflammatory state. The signs are subtle at first. Morning stiffness, slower recovery after exercise, foggier thinking, or that dull fatigue that coffee can't fix. But inside, the cell membranes are stiffening. The arteries are losing flexibility and insulin sensitivity begins to decline. Research now connects excess omega-6 consumption to joint pain, memory decline, and even type 2 diabetes. Not because of sugar alone, but because these fats signal your body to stay in a constant state of alert. And when the body stays in inflammation mode too long, it can't repair itself properly. That's why so many people say, I'm eating healthy, but I still feel off. The imbalance is hidden in the very foods they think are helping. The solution isn't to stop eating pumpkin seeds, it's to rotate and pair them wisely. Have them only 3 to 4 times a week, and when you do, pair them with foods high omega-3s or anti-inflammatory nutrients. A drizzle of olive oil, a piece of salmon, or even a few chia seeds. This simple balancing act can reset your body's fatty acid ratio and calm that silent inflammation before it hardens into something worse. But here's where the real danger comes in. Because most people, once they get used to the taste and crunch, start snacking on handfuls daily, often while watching TV or replacing a meal. And over time, this habit doesn't just cause inflammation. It starts to overload your liver and gallbladder, setting off a chain reaction that affects digestion, metabolism, and even hormone conversion. That brings us to the next silent mistake, one that often hides under the label of healthy portion. Yet, it's the very reason so many people feel bloated, sluggish, and uncomfortable after eating something so small. Let's uncover mistake 4th. Ignoring portion size, the hidden healthy overdose. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Even the healthiest food becomes toxic when the body can't handle its load. And pumpkin seeds, despite their long list of benefits, are no exception. The problem isn't the seed, it's the amount. Because in the name of health, many people have quietly replaced their snacks with handful after handful of these super seeds, unaware that each bite may be overworking their digestive system in ways they can't see until the signs begin showing up. Think about it. One small cup of pumpkin seeds contains nearly 700 calories, dense with fat and protein. For someone in their 20s with a roaring metabolism, the body can burn through it quickly. But after 60, digestion slows, bile production decreases, and enzyme output from the pancreas weakens. So instead of being converted into energy, that dense fat starts lingering, fermenting, bloating, and taxing the liver and gallbladder. Many people notice it without realizing why. That post-meal heaviness, that sudden feeling of fullness that lasts for hours, or even mild nausea after eating too healthy. The gallbladder's job is to release bile to emulsify fat, but when the bile is sluggish, those fats aren't broken down properly. Over time, this creates what doctors call biliary congestion, where fats, even good fats, begin straining the system. And in the long run, that can affect hormone production, since cholesterol and fats are the raw materials for estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. So yes, too many pumpkin seeds can actually lead to hormonal sluggishness, leaving you feeling tired, moody, or mentally foggy. And here's another overlooked fact. Pumpkin seeds are rich in fiber, which is great in moderation, but dangerous in excess. Too much can trap water in the intestines, slow movement, and cause that stubborn belly bloating. Many mistake for weight gain. Worse, if you're not drinking enough. Water. That fiber can backfire, binding minerals and blocking nutrient absorption. So, what's the right amount? Around 2 tablespoons a day, not 2 handfuls. And always eat them after a balanced meal, not on an empty stomach. When combined with protein or vegetables, the digestion slows gently and nutrients are better absorbed. But here's the dangerous loop. People feel better after switching from chips to pumpkin seeds, so they double the dose. Then, weeks later, they start feeling bloated, achy, or fatigued and can't figure out why. It's the body signaling that even nature's gifts have limits. Yet, even those who fix their portion sizes often stumble on the next pitfall, something so subtle it hides in plain sight. It's not about how much you eat this time, but what you eat with it. Because one common combination, praised as healthy, can completely sabotage your digestion and trigger a hormonal storm that makes your body react the exact opposite way you intend. That's what we'll reveal next in mistake 5th. Combining pumpkin seeds with dairy or sugary snacks. It sounds innocent enough. A handful of pumpkin seeds sprinkled over your morning yogurt, blended into a smoothie, or mixed with a sweet trail mix. After all, that's what most healthy recipes suggest, right? But here's the shocking truth. When you combine pumpkin seeds with dairy or sugar, you quietly trigger a chemical clash inside your digestive system that can disrupt hormones, spike insulin, and set off inflammatory cascades that your body can't easily reverse, especially after 60. Them lies the slow poison that silently ages your body from the inside out. That's where we go next. Mistake UO6. Consuming store-bought salted or flavored seeds. If you're buying those shiny packets of roasted pumpkin seeds from the store, the ones that say sea salted, barbecue, or honey roasted, I have some bad news. Those healthy convenience packs may be doing far more harm than good. What looks like a simple snack often hides a cocktail of ingredients that silently drain your energy, stiffen your joints, and age your organs faster than time itself. Here's what's really inside most store-bought pumpkin seeds: refined oils, preservatives, flavor enhancers, and excess sodium. All ingredients that distort the natural.